Hello friends, my name is Sharad Saxena. We are going to discuss about SQL today. So in this session, we are going to cover the following topics. We are going to cover what is data and what is database, what is SQL, how many different type of SQL commands we have, what is the purpose of RDBMS, what are tables, and later on we will discuss about SQL statements. Once we will cover all these topics, we'll cover this practical session worksheet. Okay. Once we'll cover this worksheet, we'll move to the next level of SQL statements like joins. What are the joins? And what is the purpose of alias, unions to combine the tables, clauses to be implemented on the tables, what are the views, indexes, and store procedure functions, and finally we'll cover with triggers, followed by a worksheet, a practical session 2. Okay, so this is our agenda for today. So let me start with the data. So let me try to explain the in a simple words that data is a information. The information which can be of anyone, can be of detail of yours, your age, name, weight, height, and which we maintain this information somewhere in the database or in the computer. So how we are maintaining the information in a computer? To maintain this information in a computer, we need a database. The database is a systematic collection of data, and it is helping us to support storage and manipulation of the data. So with the help of database, we can insert the information which we are maintaining in a separate table. Previously we were maintaining this information in a flat file, you can say in an Excel sheet, but if we maintain this information in a proper table with the help of a database, we can do manipulation, insertion, updation and deletion, and so many activities in the database. So how database is helpful? We can maintain an example like we have a school directory just like your school have, and you are maintaining the information of your teachers, students, and their phone numbers and their addresses. And such type of information we are maintaining in a computer in the form of tables with the help of this database. So okay, is it clear? Hope this is clear. Now we are moving to the SQL. So what is SQL? To retrieve the information which we have saved in the database and manipulating it with the help of SQL. SQL is nothing but a structured query language. So with the help of structured query language, we can interact with database and get the data which we are expecting or we want from the database, and we can use it. So there are two types of databases we have. One is the relational database and one is non-relational database. When we maintaining some information in the database, we can save that data in a flat file, such like a tables in which the information is not related to any other table. So all the tables are independently exist, but they are not related to any other table. So such type of information is a non-relational database. So there is no relation of one table with other table. However, when we are talking about the relational database management system, we create the tables such that all the tables are related to each other, having some relationship between each other. What is the relationship? We will discuss it later in the sessions. Okay. So why SQL? So with the help of SQL, we can access the data which we have saved in the database. So we can also define the database, and we can with the help of SQL, we can manipulate the data as I told you earlier, and we can create and drop the databases and the tables. We can create views, store procedure functions, which we are going to discuss in the later in the session, and we also provide constraints, that permissions to the tables, procedure, and the views. So constraints is also the next other topic in our agenda. So we will discuss that thing later in the session. So how many commands we have? How many different type of commands we have? We have different type of commands like DDL, called data definition language. DCL is the data control language. DML is data manipulation language, and TCL is the transition control language. So what is DDL? with the help of those commands through which we can create the definition of a table, we can just like we are doing some manipulation in the data, means in the table structure, we call it as a DDL. We are creating a table, we are altering a table, we are dropping a table or truncating a table. Such type of activity on the table, that means the container. So those activities we perform on the container is called the data definition language. Okay, as I told you, we are providing some constraints to the tables. Such type of constraints we call it as a grant or revoke, granting a permission to use a particular table or revoking access to for a particular user. So first, as a type of statements, we call it as DCL, it's data control language. So we are controlling the data for different users. We have data manipulation language, DML, in which we do select queries, insert queries, say update query and delete query. That means we are retrieving the information from the tables, we are inserting information into the tables, we are updating the existing data into the table. If I want to update any existing data, I have to use this update query. And then suppose I don't want a particular data, it is maybe duplicate, or I don't want this information, this is irrelevant, so I can delete that information. So such type of deletion of record we can do a data manipulation language. Later on we have transaction control language. So once we are performing insert or update statement, we have to do commit as well. As in previously we are saying that this is the information, we want to save it. So through this commit, whatever the transaction we have fired, we are saving that information. Yes, we are committing that information into the database. And somehow if I don't want to commit it, I can, whatever the select statement or update statement, delete statement we have performed, we can easily roll it back. So whatever the activities we perform in DML, we can roll it back with the help of TCL, transaction control language. So as I told you, what is RDBMS? We have different tables connected or can say related to each other. A relational database management is a database management system that is based on the relational model. So relational model is one more table is connected with another table with some primary key and the foreign keys. So how can we consider a primary key? A unique column of a table which is self-incrementing, or can say we are incrementing by self, but they are not duplicate and cannot be null. So that information we consider it as a primary key, and that primary key is referred in other table as a foreign key. So such type of relationship we maintain between the tables, and such type of a relationship if we make with throughout the tables, we call it as a relational database management system. Okay, let me move to this next point. So when we are maintaining different tables, we have, so what are tables? So tables is basically a collection of related data entries, and it consists of numerous columns and rows. Field, columns, attributes. The table contains all these things. We are containing the tables as considering a table as columns and the rows 1, 2, 3. So these rows are incrementing, these columns are static. So once we creating a table, we are defining the columns. What are the columns, of which type of column, what is the data type of the column we are going to create, and based on these columns we are going to create this type of information. We are going to save information from of the users. So these are the information we are saving against a particular table. So how to create a table? We are going to create a table with the data creation. So it's a DML, it's a data manipulation language, DDL, data definition language. So it's a DDL. So what is it? With the help of create, we are going to create a DDL statement So in this DDL statement, we are going to create a table and defining the number of columns I want. First column I am saying identity, it's an identity column. Second name is the name, which is of data type and varchar. Age is in the form of integer. Address is the data type of n varchar. Salary as a data type of money. And what are the constraints we are going to apply on this table? These we are going to apply a primary key as an ID sorry to against this table. So whenever we are going to call this table, the identity, as I told you, this primary key have a constraint like we should not have a duplicate number in this particular column, and it should be self-incrementing with the help of this identity one column one. So whenever we are going to insert any record in this table, this value get auto incrementing accordingly, okay, automatically. So this is a statement of constraints which we have to apply on this particular table. So we can see it's a DDL and constraints we have applied. So with the help of SQL statement, can you please write a create statement for creating a table? Yes. So we can do a creating a database, we are dropping a database, use of making a use statement, committing a statement, and rollback statement. So what we'll do, we will also do the creating of the tables, dropping of the tables, truncating of the tables, and the alteration of the tables. Also we do the insertion into the table, updating of the tables. These are the activities we perform with the help of SQL statements. Okay. Secondly, we have some other statements like creating of index. So whatever the statement we are going to write in SQL, so to create an index. Similarly, we can write a statement to drop an index. So what you know what index is? Index, with the help of indexes, we improve the performance of the tables. In more details, I'll going to discuss about indexes in the later in the session. We have descending description of the statement. If I'm saying description describe table name, so it will give me the whole table details. Similarly, we can do the truncating of the tables, alteration of the tables, we can do the alteration of the name, and also do the insertion in the statement. So what we do in that SQL select statement, distinct clause, where clause, and or in between, like, order by, group by, counting, having clause, case statement. What are the command operators? So this is also important, that when we are going to write the statement, we have to do command operator. Have you done such type of operators in your studies? Whenever you are going to assign something to a specific variable, we have to do equals to, so that value which is a which is 1 is assigned to a is an assignment operator. This is greater than, and so we are using this if condition if 1 is greater than 2, true or false. Based on that, we have to make some logic. Similarly, less than is also a comparison operator. Less than equals to and greater than equals to, and in this SQL statement we are describing this greater than, less than, equal as not equal to. So let's move to the worksheet. So we have a worksheet like, you have to, what you have to do, you have to create a table. Okay, you have to maintain all the locations, maintaining all the all the places to visit in New York. Okay, example, get all employees whose address is New York. So you have to create a table in which you have different type of employees, and those employees are working in, if I are staying in New York, so you have to retrieve those employees. Similarly, get all employees whose salary is greater than 30,000, all the employees salary less than 30,000, all the employees whose age is greater than 25, all employees whose age is less than 25, all the employees whose age is not equal to 25. Yeah,